I'm a Bahai. The Bahai faith is a religion which believes in the unity of mankind. Baha'u'llah says, the world is one country and mankind is citizens, and this is the time in the history of mankind for the whole planet to become united together and stop all the wars and all the strife which goes on between nations. Baha'u'llah, that's the name of the manifestation of God or messenger of God for this age, was born in Iran, Persia, and then he was exiled and persecuted the rest of his life until he died in the present-day Israel. At that time, it was called Palestine. It was part of the Ottoman Empire in 1892. So he was born in 1817 and he died in 1892. Baha'i faith, as we call it, believes in the nobility of the human being. And Baha'u'llah's writing is all about how we should do and positive things and how we should love all humanity and treat everybody with respect. All religions of God share the basic spiritual teachings. The only thing which changes from one religion to the next is the laws which are for that day. So the laws of Moses not applicable today because the conditions were very different. So today's laws are very different. In the Baha'i faith, a woman has equal rights with a man. That wasn't possible at that time because people lived in different conditions. But now it is possible, and in the Baha'i community, women are as active and have leadership positions than. The other thing which is very, very important in the Baha'i faith is that we do not have clergy. Everything in the Baha'i faith is done by election. So if you have a few Baha'is in an area, you elect a local spiritual assembly, as it's called, and that deals with the affair of that community. At the top of the faith is what we call the Universal House of Justice, which again is elected every 5 years and deals with the affairs of Baha'i community in the whole world. The way the Baha'i community is organized is that we have a Baha'i calendar, which is different than the Gregorian calendar that is used. So Baha'i year is divided up into 19 months, and each month has 19 days. So that adds up. If you multiply 19 by 19, you get 361. So you have 4 days in an ordinary year or 5 days in a leap year, which is extra. And those are times of celebration and feeding and rejoicing. Because on the 19th month, which is just in March, is beginning of March, is when you fast. It's similar to the Islamic fast. You abstain from eating and drinking from sunrise to sunset. At the end of it, which is the beginning of the spring, it's the first day of spring, vernal equinox, that is a Baha'i New Year, so we celebrate that. There is 9 holy days during the year, which are to do with the events which happen within the Baha'i history, declaration of the Bab, and time that Baha'u'llah announced his mission to his followers, his time of his passing, his birthdays, and the day of the Bab. So, and I have to explain here that the Bab, which I've been mentioning, in fact, is the herald. He was a young man from Shiraz who proclaimed the coming of Baha'u'llah and prepared people for his coming. And he was eventually martyred. He was shot in 1850 in Iran, and his body was taken, and he is buried Mount Carmel in Haifa. present-day Israel. When Baha'is meet each other, they tend to say Allahu Akbar, which is an Arabic word, as Baha'i writings originally were done mainly in Arabic and Persian, are translated now into English and many, many other languages across the world. But Allahu Akbar means God is most glorious. And that's the greeting which Baha'is use to meet each other. The word Baha is very important in the Baha'i faith, which means glory, basically, or light. And the Baha'u'llah's name come from it. Many other derivatives come from it in the Baha'i faith, and it's used many times. So I say, finish this talk by saying Allahu Akbar to all of you. Thank you.